Where would I get the most faded in my Minecraft world? I've had this Minecraft world for the last 3 years of my life, and it's going to be my Minecraft world for the rest of my life. This much life. Today, I've always wanted to find out where am I gonna get the most faded in my world. If I'm gonna smoke that gas anywhere in the world, why not make it a place that I've built? Starting off with number 1, my base. This is my base here. This is underneath a lake that I built. This was my very first base making. You'll see I've got everything down here. Before all you skeptics come at me too, Marshall, there's no way you put dedication into Minecraft like this. I'm not even going to bother proving to you that this is all legitimate. Oh, but Marshall, you have 1,920 XP. Yeah, okay, you know what? That is a little fishy, I'll admit. When I first started this world, I tried to do everything legitimate. I had the mob spawner, but just after weeks of me just sitting there, just doing absolutely nothing, waiting for mobs to spawn, just getting all the XP I can try and get, it was just so boring. So XP is the one I will confidently cheat in. Now that we've got all the skeptics out of this video.
I wasn't even skeptic, I just didn't think that you did it naturally, that's all. I'm not leaving the video. You can't kick me out that quick.
Let's continue and check out where I would get the most faded in my Minecraft world. Starting off at number 1 again, because I had to clarify. Here isn't too bad. It's very nice. There's a beautiful scenery going on. If I really wanted to though, I could do in my aquarium that I built some amount of years back. You'll see it's got all the needed, it's got kelp, you know, that seaweed, if you know what I'm saying. It's got all the little fishies. It's got my homeboy Surf. If I can find him, there he is. That's my boy Surf. It even has my homeboy Pinky if I can end up finding him in all this mess. Oh, I already laid eyes on him. There's Pinky, my man. Even a little room that I can spectate in if I want to smoke that gas by myself. But from the looks of it, I don't think I would want to smoke that gas here. Now coming in at number 2 is my house. This is my house, more of a mansion. It's got the pool in the backyard, a beautiful staircase that leads to my front entrance technically because the front entrance is in the back of the house. Now this house is kind of more of a decoy. Yes, it is my house, but I never spend any time in here. There's a nice lounge area on the 2nd floor, but it's not really furnished enough for me to want to get busy here. Hell, there's not even a TV here. What are these couches for? You can't even watch anything. Yeah, there's a cool little bar stool area, but I'm not trying to get droozy. I'm trying to get woozy. Would I smoke out gas in my own house though? Not really, so I don't think it's gonna be the winning competitor. Coming in at the number 3 spot is the industrial area of Cove City. Cove City is where I live. The last 3 areas have all been in Cove City. And number 4 is also going to be in Cove City. You'll just have to give it a moment. This isn't too bad, but again, this is kind of just a decoy city. There's not actually anything going on in these buildings. I was going for like an Assassin's Creed Unity kind of look, but I don't think I'd want to get faded here. You can tell that it was Assassin's Creeded too because you can see all the little buttons, the rocks that are sticking out of the wall are in perfect order for you to climb up. Run up here, left foot on this button, right hand on here, then the left hand up there, and make your way onto the roof, I mean. Overall though, I wouldn't get faded here. Just sad and empty. Moving on. Coming in at number 4 is my museum in Cove City. I've been spending the last several days building this thing. It's still not fully furnished, but I'm definitely getting there. You see I have the skeleton in the middle, awesome stairway that leads upstairs. But again, not much going on here, so not really worth getting absolutely zoinked the hell out of my mind here, you know? Wouldn't make the list. At least not yet, you know, it's not even furnished. Maybe when everything's put in place, then maybe I'll get freaked up. So far though, not making my top 5. Coming in at number 5 though is Globe Park. Globe Park is pretty, and I actually would consider getting faded here, but I feel like there's definitely some better spots in my world that could be the leading potential here. However, I don't think it'll be where I get the most faded. Definitely get faded here, not the most though. Coming in at number 6 is another park. This is, what freaking park is this?
Oh, so you made this whole world, yeah? You don't even know what the own name of your park is. My dad used to gut punch me if I would sneeze too loud.
I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I forgot the name of this park, so for now we'll name it Rosa Parks. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even mean to do that, but I'm keeping it. Very beautiful park, but a little too flat. This is more if I want to go for a stroll with a lovely someone, not really just by myself doing whatever. Still a very beautiful place though. Coming in at number 7, very close to the industrial district, is Cecil Bridge, named after my best friend Kaden. He had nothing to do with this bridge, but it's just named after him. I don't think I would smonk on this bridge. I would definitely walk on it though, as that's what it's meant for. Now, while I was at Rosa Parks, I definitely spoiled my number 8 pick. If you guys didn't see it then, you'll definitely see it now. Number 8, the Kneeling Man. This is the first location that is outside of Cove City. The Kneeling Man was my first big project. I had a big project before then, but this is a huge project. Yes, you can go inside of him. Yes, he is as many blocks wide as a block would be pixels. So 16 pixels for one block, 16 blocks wide. He is legit as it comes. If you guys want me to go inside of him, then let's do it. Usually you would enter through the bottom of his foot, but I just flew to the top of his head to make things a little easier. You see he's completely hollow, all on the inside. Right now we're in his left arm. This is his torso. Now we're in his thigh region. Here we're in the kneecap. Oh, shite. Okay, yeah, I definitely gotta take it easy. Now we're in like his shin area. Now we're coming up to his heel and his toes. Now I think you guys already know my answer. You see how many mobs there are, you see how stressed I'm getting. There's no way you guys will find me smonking inside the Kneeling Man. I mean, for Christ's sake, you have to go up 458 flights of stairs in order to get to the top of his head. It's not really worth it, don't you think? Yeah, I think the Kneeling Man can stay out of my top 10. Now coming in at number 9, we're gonna go back into Cove City, back into my base, but not in my base. Number 9 has to be the sewers. And no, it's not this little brick hallway, don't get it twisted. This is the sewers. See, it goes down many blocks for a very long bit. Now, it's not as big as you think, and it does connect from my base to my house. This was technically my first big project. I believe I saw it on Instagram, and I thought, you know what, that would be really awesome if I could do this myself. As it's giving me a little bit of an Arkham Asylum-y feel. I don't know, I just kind of like the look of the place. You know, it's the sewers, it feels good, it feels nice. You can even see I extended it further down just to make it look like this isn't just the end, but if you look closely, it really is just a dead end down there. Now, do I think this would be a good spot to get faded? Well, one, I think the setting is very cool, but once the J is done, it gets a little scary. The feeling of it, all of it settling in, you know, I'm in a sewers, this is scary, there's poo in here. I can't have that on my card, I can't have that on my conscience. That ladder I took up, by the way, this is the basement of my mansion. It leads right to the front door. The sewers, definitely not smonking there. And now at number 10. This was my very first ever project made. This is the Gazebo. The Gazebo I made when I very first started staking out in this world. I staked out right here, right where this tree is. You can see how the trunk is made of cobblestone. That's because a creeper prick blew my shite up, and I didn't have birch wood to just, you know, throw at it. So I figured I'll make it out of cobble. I used to have a little chicken in here, you know. He was a cool guy. This little room here was so I could go AFK. This is where I staked out. And this is where I built my gazebo. I think I would totally get faded here. It's a very nice little area. You get the whole look of the place. I mean, the museum's right there. My mansion is all the way down there. The Kneeling Man is probably not visible, but he's over there. Look, you can see I have little replicas of him everywhere too. Cove City is riddled with these kneeling men, and sometimes standing men. Would I get faded here? Hell yeah, I would. Would I make it my number 1? I guess we'll have to find out. For number 11, I had to take the Nether because it's a little bit distant. See that green dot on the map? That's where Cove City is. You see that green staple? That's where I'm going. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the hotel. This took roughly about a year and some to make fully. About 450 rooms total in here. This place has so many paintings, so many little things that just being near it just makes your game laggy. Hell, the sign is so old, pieces of the letters are falling off.
Letters can't fall off signs. That says death will die.
This is the back of the hotel. You can see how it really is staple shaped. We'll start at the top floor and make our way down. Now don't you worry, not every single floor looks like this. The top floor never actually got readily available for the public domain. Top floor got abandoned and never finished.
Wrong. You probably just didn't build it because you were too lazy because you're in creative mode. Like, that's totally
Oh my god, can you shut the hell up? Please, you skeptic.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Here's where we see the actual hotel. Here we're at 319. That's how many rooms are in here. Not in total, but it just goes to show how many rooms can be in here. Every room pretty much furnished the same. So we'll get special rooms here and there. For example, corner rooms of the hotel will be more penthousey. Checkered floors, nicer bathrooms, bigger showers, that kind of stuff. 6 floors in total, standing on the 5th right now because the 6th one is not available. This building is horrifying. Many scary paranormal things happening here. Hell, it's gone up in flames twice. I mean, this hotel is bad news and bad luck. You do not want to get caught smoking the devil's pubes in this building. Now, will I smonk at the hotel? Did you not just hear me? If you get caught smonking the devil's pubes here, you're pretty much considered dead man walking. No. This is not making my list. It would probably make my list if I was staked up in a tree looking at the hotel smonking. But even then, after the J is done, I gotta climb down the tree and just probably get splinters and thorns. I just don't want to deal with all that. Number 12, we'll make the Nether as a whole. Nether is a very scary spot to get caught smonking that job. Probably even scarier than the hotel. I mean, hell, this is hell. Like, literally. Yeah, no, this place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Maybe I do it in the new Nether where there's like, you know, kind of like these foresty areas, but I don't really mess with that side of the Nether. I keep it OG. Coming in at number 13, however, these are the pyramids. This colossal mother freaking pyramid took roughly 5 days to make. It took a long time. The top is actually made of gold, not the whole thing though, because gold is an expensive material. My friend Ewan and I were slaving away at trying to get all the gold for the needed top, but it just wouldn't work out. So we got some yellow concrete powder to even things out. Even all the sand that you're seeing here and the cactuses, the cacti, this used to be all ocean under me, but I had to cover it up just because that's how big the pyramid was. The pyramid was so big it started overlapping onto a piece of land. And yes, there is an interior to it, but I don't want to go in it knowing as I'm not going to be smonking here. It's scary, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And if you do a 180 look around the pyramid, you'll see that there actually is another pyramid. This one is about 50 blocks shorter than this pyramid is. There is also an interior to that one, much smaller than this one, but objectively cooler. Either way, neither of these pyramids I'd be smonking at. Number 14, also very close to the pyramids. Grandma's Tomb, 1960 to 1961. Grandma's Tomb. I don't want to smonk here. This is Grandma's Tomb. And it's a trap. If you break the block that says please break the, you literally fall down and die. No, so Grandma's Tomb is just a trap. Don't even trust that place. At number 15, I don't even think there's a name for this place. I haven't come up with one yet. This was supposed to be kind of like a magical fairyland kind of place, but I quickly gave up on it, seeing as magical fairyland kind of thing. I just wasn't really good at making that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'm not going to finish it one day, but as of right now, it's kind of last on the list of what I want to work on. However, a very cool place, I must say. Would I get wrecked beyond belief here? Probably not. There's not a whole lot going on. It's just kind of jungle trees. And in order for me to get back home, I need to take the Nether, and that's just a route I don't want to take. You already know that place is scary enough. Sorry, not for me. Coming in at number 16, we have a little home on the mountainside that I also made a very long time ago. There it is in the distance. I never come here. This is probably my 4th time since it's been fully made coming here. If we get a little closer, you'll start seeing what's going on here. Not so bad. You get a nice look on the outside. Let's walk inside. You get little barrels, crafting table, you take the ladder upstairs. Very nice room. I think there used to be a bed there, but I guess it's gone now. I couldn't tell you. Nothing inside of any of these barrels, but that's okay. A nice little fireplace on the top floor. Ooh, this barrel actually has something in it. Very nice place, very nice lookout too. Smonk-wise though, no. Had the inside been a little more furnished, then this would probably be competing. Right out front of the industrial area, which you can see the older kneeling men, made of wood and mossy cobblestone, as seeing that they didn't really have the technologies to just quite make stone yet, or at least not good stone. If you do a 180 looking from the industrial area, you'll see that the path leads into a little foresty area. These leaves, by the way, I don't know why it's so cut like that. I didn't do it. It just, Minecraft must have fricked up right there. Number
17
is the scary witch's house. You see it's got the pumpkins out front to really let you know, don't come here. It's scary on the inside. There's a crafting table. It's all fenced off. I don't trust it. Hell, I don't even want to be that loud when I'm near the witch's hut. Her house is scary. It looks broken down. I don't want to go anywhere near that. No, this place gives me the heebies. God, I don't even want to go near or even think about that place. Number
18
This is what was supposed to be Dusty Divot from Fortnite. I started this project on Bedrock Edition on my Xbox before I transferred over to Java. This project I was making before I finally made the switch, but never really got around to committing to it. I don't even know why I'm including this on the list. It's barely even spot. Maybe when it's fully furnished, that would probably get number 1. I love Dusty Divot, man. It was my number 1 landing spot all the time. Number
19
This is my mine shaft. Whenever I need to get stone, this is where I come to it. Ores come along the way, but I'm mainly here for stone. You see how big of projects I do. I need a lot of stone for this. This mine shaft goes crazy far out into wherever. No, this is just so scary. I mean, look, it's endless. I'd lose my mind here. This is going at the bottom of the list, if there even is one. Last and least, this is number
20
You may be thinking to yourself, this just looks like any regular old village. This village is not just any village, my friend. This village is the spawn. The first ever world spawn. This seed, this is where you spawn. Beautifully decorated by the flowers here to indicate you where to go and what path to follow. If you follow all these flowers, it takes you directly to Cove City. Very beautiful village. You know, this is, after all, Spawn Village. I do love it a lot. Would I get the most faded here, though? Probably not. Very beautiful, though. I don't discriminate at 1 ounce. Just to show you guys that this path takes you all the way to Cove City, too, I'll even do a time lapse of me running all the way there. Look. Have arrived to the front gates of Cove City. It really goes to show how big this world actually is. Now, no, that is not everything I have in my world, don't be ridiculous. But that's all I can think of on the spot of where I would get faded. I know I'm missing some, I know I'm missing Plum.
After watching that whole video, I feel like your world is definitely... I was gonna say legit.
I'm a murderer. If you guys would end up liking to see a more in-depth full review of my world, let me know in the comments because it's totally doable. I can tell you all about the history of certain different buildings, certain different structures. It's all there. Hell, I've been working on this world for the last like 3 years. Now for my number 1 spot. This may come to a shocker to you guys. My number 1 spot for where I would get the most faded in my Minecraft world. Don't hate me for this one. It would definitely have to be my gazebo. I mean, this gazebo is just kind of convenient where it is. I mean, it kind of just branches off to wherever you can go in Cove City. You want to go to the museum? It's right there. You want to go to my house? Just take the path all the way down. You want to leave Cove City? Just take this way. Hell, you don't even have to leave Cove City if you take this way. That leads to Rosa Park, if you remember that park. There's so much stuff here. Yeah, the gazebo. This is the winner. And to prove it, let's get faded at the gazebo. Faded. I don't regret it. I really am the most faded here. I can't believe it. This is beautiful. I mean, the attention to detail, the little fences, the torches. Don't even get me started on what it looks like at night. Oh. Minecraft, Thank you for making these dreams possible. And as for you guys, have a great friggin' night.